There is a fascinating hierarchy in the NHL right now, and it goes like this. You have your role players, your elite players, franchise players, about 50 feet of space, and then you have Connor McDavid. This may sound ridiculous, but I honestly think Connor McDavid is only getting better and better as the season rolls on here. 72 points and 32 goals in 37 games. Connor McDavid is in a league of his own right now. He's been doing this all season long, but if you look at some of the finer things in his 5-point night against Seattle, you can see why he's on another level. This first assist of 4 on the night demonstrates the subtleties of a player who is steps ahead of his competition. McDavid received this puck with time on the power play, and he could let it go right away. However, that's not the play he or the Oilers want. Despite leading the league in goals, Edmonton's power play wants the backdoor tap in. He loads up subtly and inches closer to sell the shot, and if you freeze right here and just look at his body language, it's extremely difficult to tell if you're a goalie or a defender if he's shooting or passing this puck. As a result, he gets this penalty kill to drop down, and this opens up a perfect lane to Hyman. We see this again later in the game. Instead, McDavid puts a little bit more mustard on this shot, and it ends up deflecting off of Hyman. Then you have this play without the puck. He picks up an assist off the rush here with this feed to Nurse, but what I want to point out is how McDavid even got to this point in the first place. This all happens because of McDavid's anticipation in his own end. As soon as he sees Nurse start this breakout behind the net, McDavid already begins kicking it into high gear with his signature crossovers so that when he receives this puck, he's in full stride. Also, shout out to Yamamoto for eating a check here to make the play to Connor. What I love specifically in this game though was how McDavid hunted to get the puck back. This is the stuff that I love seeing from special players. How do they earn that puck back when they don't have it? Pavel Datsyuk was one of my favorite players ever because of how well he did this in comparison to his peers. McDavid had this terrific play on the PK that allowed him to get a breakaway, and then there's this takeaway in the third that would eventually lead to his goal. The acceleration here is something we've seen, but it never gets old watching him leave guys in the dust. We are seeing shades of Gretzky and Lemieux with this scoring pace, and honestly, I hope he continues to pick up more steam. What's crazy is that the Oilers are still fighting for a playoff spot despite this monster season from both McDavid and Draisaitl. Judging by how mediocre the rest of the Oiler team is, they're going to need McDavid to keep bullying the NHL if they want to make the playoffs. So make sure you drop a comment and let me know what you think McDavid's stat line is by the end of the season. This is the last video for this year, and before I make a bad dad joke about seeing you next year, I do want to thank all of you who've watched and subscribed these last few months. We started making videos in August, and I never thought we'd be at almost 20,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It means the world seeing the support that this channel has got, so I do want to thank everyone that has tuned in to watch these videos. We got tons of content coming in the new year, so if you love hockey and enjoy breakdowns like these, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.